Hey guys, how's it going? My name's Lois and welcome back to Regrowth. In the last episode, we were working with the villages. We made all the other villages and I'm currently hungry for rotten flesh. So we made all the other villages from Millionaire and we're working on trying to get the Millionaire quest line completed. But we still have some work to do with that, and full disclosure, I haven't done anything between episodes with that, so yeah. I also haven't fixed the mechanism stuff. I don't know if I will. I probably will, but it's not something that's urgent. We don't really need to worry about this kind of stuff, the tech stuff. We're pretty much done with that kind of stuff, I think. The only thing that we really need to worry about at this point, other than Millionaire, is getting access. I need to remember to deal with bees. That's something we could probably quickly do something with. Why aren't you guys... Okay. Neither of you guys are working because of this. So just do that, grab the silky combs, and yeah, eventually we'll get enough silky wisp to get the apiarist armor. That is the goal, and then we'll kind of go from there. So, yeah, today we are going to be working with Thaumcraft. I believe that is going to be the easiest thing. I also want to look into potentially making some new armor. The reason being is Botania. We still need to defeat the Guy Guardian round 2, and in order to do that, we're going to want better armor. Now, here's the thing. Bound armor is great. Don't get me wrong. Bound armor is wonderful stuff that works for pretty much everything. Except when we're getting withered, it just drains our life magic. Our blood, what is it called? LP. There we go. Life points. Life essence. So, yeah, we really can't use it against the Guy Guardian because of how much withering he puts out. We really can't do things like that. So we need to get different armor, and we have a couple of options. We can go with, we can improve our elementium. We had some elementium armor. We could get more of that if we wanted. We could do Terra Steel armor, which is really good stuff, or we could do some Thaumcraft armor. And there is some very, very, very powerful Thaumcraft armor. In fact, we've kind of unlocked a little bit of it already. So we might look into that relatively soon. So where is it? Primordial weaponry, primordial armor. Yeah, that is what we'll look at. This stuff is insanely powerful, but it is worth it. I wanted to, by the way, do that. Alright, so let's get to work. First things first, unfortunately, I'm going to have to do some research on camera. I haven't done this in a while, so hopefully... Oh wait, no, I forgot. I already had it. I forgot to do it. Oh well. It shouldn't be that bad. Let's see. That goes into fire, and we can get a torch there, which also has fire, and... not that. Something like that. Earth and water are easy enough to do. It is literally just a little bit of life will get us there. And let's see. Ordo is usually one of the harder ones to do, but it's not that bad when you have earth nearby. So we can just kind of go through this pretty simply. And let's get another one of those. So that we can do poison, water, life, put earth there, and then we just need to connect fire and earth, and probably the best way is Ordo. And there we go. So primordial armor. Let's get this research. So this stuff is kind of insane. It requires a lot of stuff to do. So we need a void metal block with, let's see, 2 primal charms, 3 primordial pearls for each, a ton of aspects, or essentia rather, Thaumium Fortress armor, or Boots of the Travelers, same difference, and a lot of void metal. This is nasty, but it's gonna be good. It is really good because you can change it. So primordial armor blocks a lot of damage on its own, but you can also give it runic enchantments, which makes it even more powerful. In addition, you can change its primal affinity, so you can change it to air, terra, ignis, aqua, ordo, and perditio. And what that does is it does different effects. So air prevents projectiles from hurting you. Terra is increased protection against armor penetration. Ignis is damage from fire and explosions is reduced immensely. Aqua, minor maladies like taint, poison, blindness, withering, and nausea occurred. Something that is amazing for me is Ordo. Severity and duration of all warp-based status effects are reduced. And then Perditio, most hits on the user are avenged with blindness and slowness on whatever attacks you. So that's more of a multiplayer thing. Blindness doesn't really affect most mobs, and it definitely doesn't really do much against the guy Guardian. And slowness isn't going to help us with him either because he teleports around. So that's probably the one that is the least useful for us. But Ordo and Aqua are going to be amazing. However, in order to make all that, we're going to need a lot of stuff, and it's going to be a lot of work. We also need to make the Thaumium armor, which also is... The Fortress armor is also pretty nasty, but not that bad. We're just going to need a lot of Thaumium. So that's something that I'm probably going to work on between episodes. I don't think we have much Thaumium. No. I have an idea. Let's work on something a little bit different today. We're going to make an auto crucible. So in order to do that, we need these guys, alchemic constructs. And do we have any more crucibles? What are you? You're a crucible of the soul. Let's see. Is there anything else? What is alchemical boiler? Is for boiling down mobs and no, not mobs. I don't remember what that is. Automagi is where? Right there. The alchemical boiler is something. Oh, for liquids. So you can break down liquids. That's kind of cool, but what we're going to be wanting to do is kind of vanilla Thaumcraft. And I want to do this real quick just because it's going to make my life a lot easier making specifically Thaumium right now. And that is automated alchemy. So in order to do this, we're going to need aspects we have. Let's get a cauldron. So let's get some iron. And I want to get another crucible. And then we're also going to want... do I have any more niter? I certainly do. So where do we want to put this? I think... do we want to put this down below? I think I want to store my nodes down here, so we'll put it up here, and we'll just kind of have it I don't even know. It doesn't need water, which is nice. We could put it over here, or we just kind of put it somewhere in the middle-ish. How about right here? So... niter. We'll put a cauldron on top of that. We'll just smack it with our wand and make it a crucible. And then 2 alchemical constructs, which we luckily had. And then we smack it with our wand again. And we make a alchemical construct. This is an automated alchemy. So how this works is we can go here and Alright, so let's go get that dirt for one. We're gonna need a jar. Luckily this is gonna be somewhat easy because of reasons. Especially since what we want primarily is thaumium. This is going to be incredibly easy. We can also make balance shards if we ever get to the point. There is a way to increase the capacity of this guy using these mnemonic matrices, which are relatively easy to make. So what we need to do, we're going to need a couple things. One, I want some books so that I can give the, do we have a hopper? We do. Alright, so I think this will work. Let's get more books. Let's just get all of the books. I can always make more. They're pretty easy to make. I might have to turn the farm on again, by the way. Running low on magical food. So I think I can do this. Let's see. Will you take an inventory? No. Alright, well, worth a shot. So, what we're going to want to do is we're going to want a couple things. First of all, I want to go ahead and eat these knowledge fragments because primal aspects, specifically Ordo. Ordo is one of the hardest ones to get usually. You run out of Ordo so quickly because it's so useful. So what we want to grab is we're going to want a warded jar, which I don't have anymore. Do I? I have nodes in a jar, but no warded jars. Do we have any in here? No. Okay. We do have some magic, which is nice. We're going to want some iron. Let's see. Let's get some chests. And we're going to need Essentia tubes. And then we're also going to need the item transporter tubes, mechanical pipes, logistical transporters. That's what they're called. It doesn't really matter which ones. I think this will work. So I have to remember which side is which with this. So this is the Thaumatorium, by the way. That's what it's called. It draws essentia from nearby sources using tubes. As long as there's a supply of catalyst, it produces the required object perfectly every time. Does not require water, still needs heat. So top left is where you place. Okay, so can I throw? So Essentia tube, we're gonna have this like so, and we'll have a. Let me just put this next to the side. We're going to throw a chest here on top of this, and like here. Can we put... I actually don't know if this will work, but might as well try it. Something like that. What mode are we on? Configure items. Pull, and then we just need a warded jar. So that requires, I believe it's, is it still? No jar. Yep. I need just a jar for right now. Yes, it is just glass. All right, so glass panes. And then wooden slab. And for right now, we only need one of these guys. So hopefully this will work. And we'll just put this down like so. And if we throw a piece of iron there, that took it out. That's not what I wanted. So will you put that in? It does. Alright, well then, let's turn that off for a second. And if I put this iron in there, so as you can see, we can make thaumium. if we give it Precantatio, which we can do just like that. And okay, we don't need this other pipe. I knew that there was a way to automate this, because if you have the mod, what is it, Thalmic Energistics, you can very easily automate this. But that will just put it out through the front, won't it? So if we just throw all this in there, it will make all the Thaumium we want. Now, this is only going to make Thaumium so long as it has Precantatio, which we just ran out. So we're going to need to get a lot of that. What is the best way to get Precantatio? Let's see. It's a pretty common thing. You know what? Vishrooms aren't bad, and we have a lot of those, as well as Cinder Pearls and Shimmerleaf. But I don't know that Vishrooms are really... We don't have that many of those. Shimmerleaf? How about... what's the other one called? It's the fire one. Cinder Pearl. There we go. So we've got a decent amount of those, but not that many. What else could we do? Netherwort. Netherwort's actually pretty good. It's only one, which is unfortunate. Blaze rods are good. That's a lot of fire, though. Nothing there looks appetizing. And yeah, so let's go with, because we have a lot of netherwort. Yes, we do. So let's just get like a whole bunch of stacks of these. And something that we could end up doing, you know what we can do is we could make more water jars. So let's get some more glass. Let's see, it is 7 each, so we're gonna need 21. And slabs. And let's go ahead and make a few more of these guys. And I think what we can do is actually stick... let's see, can we do Essentia tubes? Like so. And collect the stuff. Since Netherwort only has those 3, we'll fill up all these guys. And then... Oh, but it's gonna have that problem. Is it smart enough if we do this? I don't actually know. I don't think so. No, it doesn't look like it. I've never really used Essentia tubes, to be honest. Not something that I typically do. But what I can always do is just kind of come over here every once in a while and deal with these guys. So, Herba, I think we have plenty of that. Yeah, we have a lot of that, don't we? We have a good bit. So I don't really need to worry about that. But what I'll do is just kind of collect the stuff every once in a while. And I think you can put labels on these so that only certain things go on those. Let's try that. Do we have any more labels? We have one. Do I do this? So Precantatio, if we want that on that one, we should be able to do one of these with Precantatio there, and it will fill up. So we can do that. And then if we do herba on the top. And then just make sure that this is the other one. That should work. So jar labels. How do we make those again? I don't remember. Jar labels. This isn't the best of systems. Probably the easier way to do this would be to use a a golem or something like that. But I don't really feel like setting that kind of system up. I just kind of want to do this quick and dirty. So that goes there. That goes there. And there we go. We can get as much of this stuff as we want. And then what I can do is just collect this as I need to. And come over here. And that will make plenty of thaumium for us. So that's how we're going to make thaumium for the time being. And then what we'll end up doing is we'll make that really good armor later. Let's see, how am I for Infernus? Is that full? No, we only have half a jar of that. So let's take all these guys, fill them up. And then eventually I can just kind of clear this stuff out. And everything will be good. So that's pretty much the plan with that. So let's step away from this automation with the armor. And let's start looking at the actual quest line that we need to do. So the next quest that we need to do with Thaumcraft. We're almost done with Thaumcraft. We're getting close. But I hate the sounds it makes. So, because they're all pressurized and all that kind of stuff, so you hear sounds because of the internal system with these Essentia tubes. So anyways, the next thing that we need to do is we need to start meddling with nodes. We need to get Ancient Stone Pedestal. So Ancient Stone, we got a lot of that. And we need the stone pedestals, which unfortunately we need to go back to the Eldritch Dimension to get. So let's run over there, and we need, what are those? We need 4 of them. So there is no way to make them. I think, let's see. Oh, great. I hate these. There's 4 of them. Wow. Alright, so please die. Please die. I don't have my good armor on. That is not good. I'm out of mana, so I can't fly. Everything is bad. Alright, let's head back over here. I will say stuff looks really cool when you have this fog ability, like a fog effect on you, but it's also really bad. So we don't have much flight. I'd like a little bit more flight, please. And this guy still have? Nope. Okay, so I'm gonna have to, between episodes, I'm gonna turn the farm back on for a little bit so I can get some more magical food. And then once I have that, we'll be able to do some more stuff. There's a couple other things we're going to be making before we fight more bosses. One of the big things is there is a Britannia item that gives you a little bit farther reach, which would be really nice to have. So these guys still down here? Did they drown? Can they not swim? Oh well. Let's go to the Eldritch Dimension, and we're going to run through that and grab the pedestals that we can find. As many of them that we can find as quickly as we can. We just need 4. I don't even know why we need them for sure. I've never done this type of stuff with the Gadgemancy. But we are still fogged. And I think he just tried to wither us. I hate how strong these guys are. Alright, so we need to find pedestals, and they're going to be somewhat challenging to find. They shouldn't be too bad. Just ignore them. That is a pedestal. Okay, so it's just randomly around here. I was expecting we'd have to, like, go specifically to certain areas, but maybe we can find it just right at the beginning. I think the pedestals spawn where the jars were. So if we can find more near the front, that'd be nice. Let's just see what we have. There's going to be more pedestals, so let's just take care of this area. So there's one. These are also knowledge fragments, by the way. So wouldn't mind having those. Alright, so good enough. Take some more balance shards, and let's get out of here. I hate this place. So many bad memories here. And hopefully we don't have to come back. I think a large thing that is with this whole the Eldritch dimension is not so much that we're gonna need to go back as much as we're gonna need to open up another portal. And that is a little bit of a challenge. It's not much of one, but it's enough of one. That is going to be fun to do. Things are going to get very dangerous with Thaumcraft. That is for sure. So now we should have, yes, the ancient stone pedestals. And I'm going to eat the knowledge fragments because why not? The only other thing you can really do with knowledge fragments is if you craft them together, you can get research that you don't have yet, typically. It doesn't always give you research you don't have, it just usually does. And let's just come over here and switch these guys out. Alright, cool. So with that taken care of, this is gonna be, oh hey, not nearly as full as I thought. We can empty these guys out. Don't really care about having too much of that stuff. Let's go ahead and put all of this stuff back. Alright, so now that we have that, the other thing that we're going to need is a randomization focus. Let's look that up. So randomization focus is a gadgemancy thing, and it's kind of nasty. We're also going to need the node manipulator, which is also nasty. Randomization and node manipulator. So this guy is incredibly nasty to make. So yeah, let's get on with this. So we're gonna need some primal charms first of all. So we need shards. Let's see, I think 3 shards of each. Should be, so we need 1, 2, 3, 4. So let's get 5. I don't think I have any primal charms currently. No. We're gonna need some gold. And 3, 4, 5, 4, 5. And 5. We can always make more. What is the flame shard? There we go. And then we need air, or no, water. Alright, cool. So let's make some stuff. We're gonna need primal charms. A lot of primal charms because it's always good to have extra, especially when you're doing dangerous infusions. So something like that. And then air, fire, I think earth was down here. So like so. Yes. And we'll just grab as many of these as we can. And then we'll charge the wand up later. So have I ever scanned these guys? I have. Alright, so there is some of the stuff. Let's get another chest and we'll start looking at... we'll put it here by the... by this guy to just kind of prep what all we're going to need. So we're going to need 2 of each, and we have an extra. We're going to need mixed crystal clusters, which is just a bunch of different stuff. A bunch of different shards. So we're going to need 1, 2, 3. Let's see, 1, 2. We're going to need 5 of these as well. 4 for each. Or 2 for each, rather. And let's put the extras like so. What else are we going to need? We're going to need void metal ingots. A lot of void metal. And we have 1 void seed. Oh my gosh. I hate the mine spiders. Alright, so let's just fly above them, kill them all. And hey, we can charge up our wand with this. That is one nice thing about the mine spiders, actually. There's probably more. They also drop spring because of Botania, I believe. But they're annoying. There's always so many of them, and I think they keep spawning for a little bit of a time. But they don't do anything, really. They're just annoying. Because it's literally your mind going crazy. Which is a really neat effect, except when it gets old. And it gets old pretty quickly. So that looks to be about all of them. Alright. So, hey, we got a heart from one. Cool. So, void metal. We need void metal. And the way to get void metal is crucible with metal. This one is not as bad, but we might still... Actually, we're just going to use iron. But the thing about it is we also need the void metal seeds, which requires other things. So this is the one that's a little bit more difficult. And I'm thinking we're going to do this another way. So let's take this guy off. Put him in here. And let's see, let's go down to 40, because that is divisible by 8. And we'll just grab whatever things out of here. And just let that kind of go. And then what we're going to do is we're going to start getting even more jars. So we need more glass. We're going to need more planks, slabs, whatever. And we're going to get the rest of the stuff we need for getting all the void metal that we'll ever want. Now we don't... I'll probably use this crucible for the actual ingots. But the seeds are a little bit more annoying. So what we're going to do is we're going to have these 3 guys like so. And for the time being, let's see, we need ender pearls, I think, is the best way to get void metal seeds. Let's look. Recipe. So darkness. No, darkness, endstone is good, or obsidian. Void bowls are the best. And then alienness is where ender pearls come in. So, is that probably the best? Eldritch portals. Yeah, if I could just, throw some Eldritch portals into my crucible, that would work. Ancient stone is good, but I think I think the best is going to be ender pearls. So what we'll want is ender pearls, obsidian, and what was the other thing? Bowls. Which I'm going to teach the system how to make, because that seems like a good idea. Alright, so we'll just come in here, teach the system how to make a bowl, and let's see, planks. We'll teach the system how to make slabs, and then bowls. So that should be good enough. Let's just put this stuff up here, and let's get 100 bowls. Why not? So we need to. Oh my gosh, I really need that. I really would love that armor, so I could get rid of all these effects. Alright, I'll take the magic, and what we'll end up doing is just canceling out this stuff. And clear it all out. Cool. So bowls, this, and obsidian. Magic will only go there. Which, is that a problem with the obsidian? It is. So we'll just break all of these guys. And we're just going to do this manually. So we'll grab that guy and we'll put him in here as well when we need more thaumium. And let's throw this stuff back in here. Let's get those labels. We'll keep those out. And yeah, so let's get some more glass files. 100 more of those. That's pretty quick. And let's see, we have void. And then we're going to need seeds. So do we have a lot of seeds? We only have 19. But we have a lot of wheat, and we can make seeds out of that. So this isn't too bad. And then I believe it's 2 iron for every seed. So we're going to need, what? 1, 2, 3, 4. We're only going to need 4 void metal ingots. So we'll get, let's just do 8. Actually, no, that is 4. Let's do 8 total, but we'll need the other stuff. So it's doing ender pearls now. And we'll have close to a stack of all this stuff. But we have alienus and we have void. And then what we can do is we can cancel that. We can put seeds in here. And I'm just going to put the seeds in there. And now it has all the void. Then we just need more essentia tubes to pump into this. And it should automatically start taking stuff, but it wants alienus first. So if we put the alienus in there, it's going to take that. Now it's waiting on the darkness. So it's one of those things that it's just once you start giving it what it wants, it takes it in order, and it won't continue until it has everything that it needs. So you just need to kind of feed it what it wants. And everything else will go in here. So it's still working on this. So the other thing that we're going to need, let's go ahead and take a look at what else we're going to need. For the randomization focus, we also need the compound recharge focus, which is another infusion which requires a lot of V filters. So that's going to be fun. So focus. We don't have any of those. Alright. So this guy requires a redstone comparator. That's easy enough. Earth shards are easy enough. And V filters, which are also easy enough. We just need some gold and silver wood. I believe we need 4 gold. and just a little bit of silver wood. So let's get this going while we're waiting for everything else. Cool, so there's the V filters. Let's actually go ahead and just make more. And that should be good. Alright, so everything else we should be fine on. Let's just double check and we'll make the compound recharge focus. So we need 4 of these. Take all that stuff out so it can start working on what's next, which is the obsidian. It's still taking Eider. That's fine. Let's put the rest of the alienness in here so it can make all that it wants. Alright, so with that taken care of, we need a comparator. So that should be easy enough to get. It's just quartz, redstone, torches, and some sticks. And we just need 3 of these, so 1, 2, 3. So there's the comparator, and V filters, and then earth shards. Alright, so this goes in the center. And then it's 4 of each, I believe. Yes. So, I have this set up weird. Would it be better to put... Let's reorganize these guys for a second. Actually... 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's fine. So here's the main question is, do we have all the aspects we need for this one? So 15 magic, 10 ordo, 10 permutatio. We have plenty of ordo, plenty of everything. Okay, cool. So let's go ahead and get this started. The only thing we need to do is kind of keep an eye on all the other stuff and make sure that we can do this infusion. It shouldn't be too bad. It is a decently long infusion, but it doesn't require too many aspects or essentia, so that is not too bad. And there goes the first earth shard, the first V filter. There goes the next earth shard, next V filter, earth shard, that V filter. Alright, so just these 2 guys. And I think that is everything. Cool. So we'll grab this guy, compound recharge focus. I have no idea what this is used for, if it's useful or anything like that. I'm not really familiar with it. I believe I know where it's at in the book, but that's about it. So let's take a look. I'm kind of curious. So it is this guy. Several nodes that contain compound aspects. Oh, so this can now siphon any of the compound, and then it breaks it down into the V, and it loses all the others. So that's kind of cool. Not something particularly useful for us, but it is something we need. And it is stuck on getting all of this stuff out, so don't have any of the darkness yet, but we'll get there. So this is once we get 8 darkness, we'll take it out, we'll put it into the system, and we'll get our first void seeds. And I think that's gonna be about it for this episode. I know we didn't do all that much because just kind of setting up things. I guess we did some automated alchemy, which is cool. So there we go. There's our first void seed. So I just need to get a bunch of darkness, and that's pretty much it. It might be better to use end stone over obsidian, but obsidian's just as easy, so I'm going to get this cleared out and get all of the void seeds that we can. Next time we're going to make a bunch of void metal and continue working with all the stuff to get the randomization focus and then the node manipulator. This thing is going to be fun to do. We also need to make a paving stone. That's not that difficult. So yeah, this should be pretty easy, other than we're going to need both of these guys. So we'll go from there and hopefully be able to clean up Thaumcraft in the next episode. That's the plan anyways. And I'm going to continue working with Millionaire, getting those villages taken care of, and trying to get as many primordial pearls as we can. We have, what, 4, I think? Let me see. We have 1 primordial pearl, and then we have 3, so 2 powerless pearls, which we can use these guys with a pretty minor infusion to get more primordial pearls, which is really nice. We're going to need a lot of those for the armor that I want. And then we can start fighting bosses again, which is going to be fun. So I hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!